Last week, we told you about the GR Chamber's new Center for Economic Inclusion, which is designed to close gaps that Black and brown business owners have faced for years. But will this work?
Doug Reardon talked to the people who stand to benefit from this initiative the most to find out.
Less than 2% of business revenue generated in Grand Rapids comes from places owned by Black and brown owners. So this initiative is to help people like Jeff Kimbrell. He's owned his painting business here for 40 years and used to own a community center here too. Until very recently, it hosted community events, fundraisers, funerals, even after-school tutoring, but it burned down right before COVID. This is the foundation where it stood, and he hasn't been able to build it back because he says it's simply a resource issue, and that really is the story of so many Black and brown-owned businesses in Grand Rapids.
Been on this corner for 38 years. We have become part of the community.
Standing in the spot where one of his businesses was reduced to rubble, Jeff Kimbrell can't help but think of what he'd do if he only had some help.
We've been trying to rebuild. It's been hard.
His Gentlemen and Ladies Club, a spot that hosted community events for young men and women, fundraisers, after-school tutoring, even funerals, burned down in 2020, weeks before COVID struck. Even with his other business of 4 decades, painting by Jeff, he still can't conjure up the funds to open back up. There's just nowhere to get them.
We may work harder, but sometimes we are not given the opportunity. If we was given the opportunity, it would be different.
Of all the businesses in Grand Rapids making $250,000 or more every year, only 1% of them are Black or brown owned, while downtown thrives. Areas like Eastern and Oakdale, where Jeff's shop is, can't seem to get help, despite doing pro bono work over the years for the elderly and for cancer patients.
No one's knocking our doors down saying, painting by Jeff, out of all these things done in Grand Rapids, can we build this for you? Can we help you build this? Can we put a roof on for you? Nope, all we can do is just sit back and just keep our fingers crossed and hope somebody come give us a hand.
The Grand Rapids Chamber of Commerce may be in the early stages now of extending that hand. Their new Center for Economic Inclusion will offer technical assistance, business consulting and CEO mentorship, loan referrals, and employee training to Black and brown-owned shops. On Tuesday, at the Chamber, Ricardo O'Neill and his team with the Neighborhood Activation Project met the program's leaders with a hopeful outlook.
The education is very much needed. The technical assistance is very much needed because a lot of the Black and brown community have not had the richness of that education that other communities have.
Tony Hartz sits next to him. Until recently, Tony owned a storefront near Division in Burton, but high costs drove him out. He now runs the Bop Shop, a custom printing business, from his home. He says creating a good business environment starts with creating a desirable place to do business with customers.
They don't want to stop because you got homeless people on the corner. You got trash right here. You know, why stop here when we can go downtown and smell the flowers and spend $50 on the shirt instead of going to the Bop Shop spending $20.
We can't put a tree on one corner and then leave the next corner barren.
On Jeff's corner, he's hoping not to be forgotten about. Trouble getting loans, even during the pandemic, and customers preferring glitzier businesses that do the same job for more make it hard to get a good footing.
It's times I want to just throw my hands up, and it's been time to sit at my desk and cry, and I'm not ashamed to say it because that's how business is at times. You got your ups and you got your downs.
And Jeff told us today that to his knowledge, this intersection here at Eastern and Oakdale is the only one that he knows of where all 4 buildings are owned by Black or brown business owners. He also said the liquor store across the street, again, to his knowledge, is the only liquor license held by a Black business owner in Grand Rapids. Doug Reardon, Fox 17 News.